Hello everyone, this is FallenDice, and welcome to episode 15 of Burpcraft Feed the Beast with FallenDice. So, still looking good over here. I've been busy out here though. As you can see, the ceiling is no longer a nice flat surface, and the walls are starting to turn that way as well. I took the different levels of it and I've kind of sloped it together so it gives it more of a natural cave look. And trust me, this has been taking a long time. Not as long as my initial cavern with TNT, but using the mining laser, lap packs, and whatnot. And I even had to recreate everything because I had a mining accident last night back there. I should get rid of that death point. Reminds me still, I lost everything. Like literally everything. One lap pack made it. So the laser, all my tools, my armor, quantum, everything. I had to go recreate everything. The laser hit a piece of something falling down, probably gravel. Exploded in front of me, but another one exploded right after the one that killed me. And blew it all up. So it was very sad. So, but yeah, so here's where we are now. I got a lot of work left to do yet. I got to clean up, and then on the areas and these corners, I've got a lot of work in here. For this parts here, it's just using it to explode out and kind of fill the exterior of the room a bit. Some places took a bit more damage than others. And then what I think I'm going to do once I get all this taken care of, we'll F7 it up, make sure everything's well lit. But we're going to grab the fillers again. And we're going to... And actually, you know what? First, we need to set the wall up. Alright, so let me finish clearing the outside. We'll come back. We're going to figure out the actual dimensions of the city, put in the walls. That way I know where to put grass and where to put sandstone, so I don't have to recreate everything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the filler to first off clear the layer here. And then turn around and just put bricks in and then refill it back in with the surface that I need. Then I'll go back because all these are pretty much lined up exactly, so I can from anywhere here I just have to compare where the holes are and then just pop a hole in each one of those, and that'll give me my little pattern here again. And then we'll go make some cover panels of whichever item it is we're in, so it'll be grass over here, and put the tops on. And then everything will look like it does up there. So, let me head over to where I was and kind of show you a little bit of this fun project. And the weird thing is this back wall. I don't know what is up with this wall, but for some reason the explosive doesn't want to work. So even when it hits with explosive, it would only put like a single dent in. So I'm having to like just unload on it, and after a while, apparently enough, like it'll hit one that's dropping or something, and that'll cause an explosion, which will finally take everything out. So luckily I'm almost done with this wall. But it's been a pain. But I'll show you, like I have to literally just throw it. Because if I just throw one, see, it just takes off that one block. So I needed to get lucky and get an explosion. But when it explodes, it usually puts a pretty big dent. And it definitely uses a lot of power. Man, I am using a lot of power. This B power thing of mine actually worked out way better than I ever thought it would. Because like, the amount of power I've had to expend EUs on this project for these lasers explosions, insane. And it's just plugging right along. I've never had even a remote issue. I just go back upstairs, plug my laser and all my lap packs right back into my charging station, and poof, I'm ready to go again. So we're definitely good to go as far as power. This is more than proof of it. So, what'll be cool though is I'll probably end up setting up some type of station similar to Spawn as far as for lasers and things. I've decided that even though we have all the free stuff at Spawn, I'm still going to go through and kind of do things on my own. It feels more and more like I'm playing this on creative minus the flying mode pretty much at times, just because everything, you know, I just go to Spawn, open up a chest, and grab whatever material I want, and it's starting to get to me. So as soon as we get this part of this project done, I need to set up a few more buildings so I can figure out what's going to be my storage area, what's going to be my processing area, and then I can start building those things. You can see this actually is really turned out, I think, pretty well. So I might go through in some areas and kind of round it a little bit more, but honestly, I think once the floor is taken care of and we get the walls in and you're kind of looking around at it, I think this will actually look pretty good. Yes, and I know I just blew up diamonds. That's half the problem, is that didn't even bother me one bit. Like, I have stuff everywhere and I haven't even thought to try and collect it just because there's infinite resources at spawn. And that to me just does, that's not the way of the game. I should be going, ooh, redstone. Let me go and grab that. But of course I don't. So anyway, let me I gotta go charge some more again. But like I said, I'll finish the walls here. I'm gonna have to come in with my drill, clean everything up, make sure everything's well lit, and then I'll come back when we're ready to stage out what is going to be the boundaries of our city. So anyway, I will see you guys shortly. Let's take a look at what we got now. I was definitely able to clean everything up. Whoa. I love those momentary leg spikes. My OCD. Alright, so we got all the sides are all taken care of now. Got all the garbage cleaned up. I'm gonna go through here yet and still clean up all of the ores that I can see on the floor here. Once I got it mapped out and everything. Just like I said, I want to do my own thing here eventually instead of taking from spawn, so it would just be I can't in good conscience just ignore all these ores and let them die. I have to get them. But anyway, as I kill a couple more slimes, that's one of the other reasons I can't wait to get this taken care of. I don't want any more slimes spawning. Grr. Alright, so I'm actually going to end up eventually possibly have to go deeper down this direction. You can see from here to here it's 323 blocks. From here to there it's 310 blocks. So I'm about 10 blocks short here on the beginning, because this here is going to be the inside wall of our wall. It's going to be I think it's like a 10 wide wall with a walkway above, on top, and underneath. You know, so eventually it's going to be a pretty cool wall. I don't know how tall we'll make it, but we'll see when we get to that point. For now, I'm just using it to mark, because the inside of this is going to be sandstone. So at least I know how much of this needs to be converted to sandstone. And technically 10 blocks out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So actually up to here would be sandstone, and technically 10 more that way. And then from here would be grass. So I may actually go through here with my laser and go a little bit deeper just to have a little more grass in the surrounding area. But for now, like I said, I just want to know exactly how much of this is going to be the wall. So I'm just going to go through here, and like it was before, as you can see, this is going to look exactly like it was before. It's just going to be one high going for, you know, around the entire city, and then that way I can pull out my filler after I collect some of these ores here, which should be interesting to see what I actually end up with in the end. I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna have to get some water though, because over there, that entire bottom area is over a lava lake, and I just pretty much dumped water when I was doing it, because I didn't feel like collecting it all or filling it all with gravel and sand. I spent a little bit of time doing that, and it didn't work out so well. So anyway, let me go ahead and take care of this part, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mine all this stuff, and then I'll put it in the chest at the end and show you exactly how much stuff was on just the floor of this cavern. My guess is it's going to be actually something quite ridiculous. So anyway, let me get to work on that, and I'll be back in a few. We are done, and this actually ended up taking a bit longer than I was expecting it to take, but it did prove quite lucrative. I actually made me some backpacks. So I got a couple miners backpacks here. You can see almost 2 rows of coal, lapis, almost 2 stacks of diamond ore. So I haven't even taken to my fortune pick to that. Almost 2 stacks of gold, some of the ruby, sapphires, tungsten, nicolite, silver, and then our other backpack had some redstone, nice bit of iron, copper, tin, lead, and I think actually I did have some silver in this one here, right? Yep, there you go, silver. So it was a good haul. Now what we're doing is basically we're coming over here and I'm setting out the landmarks here. And I just got done clearing this area. Now all we do, we come over here, and where did my glass go? And I'm having a hard time with glass lately. I ran all the way back up to my, actually I don't want glass, I want bricks. Ran all the way back up to get some glass and found out that it was right in my inventory the whole time. That's frustrating. But anyway, so that's what we're doing here. And I also, let me put those in here for now. I have some wooden digger's backpacks. And these are full sandstone. Sorry about that. That was a weird bug. Something when I tried to click all the sandstone. Oh, so there's something's going on here because I clicked all the... I tried to shift clip the sandstone out of here, and as you can see it sent me not enough to fill up this thing, and I still have some left over, yet it still shows it's full, which means when I go to click on it again I'm probably going to crash again. So there's something goofy going on with these backpacks that I'm not liking, so I'm not going to touch it for now. I'll wait till I'm done recording and I'll play around some more with that. But yeah, so we got done clearing this, so now all we got to do is throw that up top. And then as these things start to fill up, we need to kind of run and keep up. Make sure F7 is pressed, and let's, go ahead and drop down some basic torches on the top just to kind of prevent mass spawning. And then once we get a full floor put in, then we'll go back and we'll pop the holes that have the torches in them, and we should be good to go on this section here. Alright, so back to the good old iron pick. The penetrator. I would get this more than just the 1 block I want, so we're going with just a good old-fashioned iron. So it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there we go. And the same thing, we just keep going 8 down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there we go. So I'm going to clean up the lighting here, and then I'm just going to continue on, and I will be back when this entire area is nothing but a flat surface of sandstone, because I've also put my covers over the top. Well, it is done. That was a lot of work. Just filling in the spots in general. But as you can see, inside the wall, all the way around, we've completely filled it in. I've been looking at the pictures, the designs, the models, and everything, and I'm about to bring some of those over to show real fast here. But it looks like, well, like the ones I originally looked at, like it was kind of like a fairly wide wallish platform kind of thing, that actually it isn't. So let's go ahead and look at those real fast. And another thing to with some of these is you're going to notice there's a lot of color. So I may need to kind of go back and do like a little adjusting in maybe some of the colors up here, because I think like this layer here should actually be red and blue up here, and maybe it's red up there. Like they use a lot of color in there, and so I'm gonna have to look into to kind of see how it is. But the stuff that I'm going to be getting to next has a lot of color, and that I definitely want to work on, because having this entire thing built out of nothing but sandstone, while it looks cool, the having different colors is something that you really need texture-wise sometimes to make the build really look well. So first off, let's go ahead and we're gonna take a look at this this picture here. And this one here is pretty much kind of like the what I based my map off of. This is the version that we're building. So you can see the Templo Mayor is here in the middle, and then you can kind of see where the platform it's built on, how I built the platform, and then over here there's two pyramids, one on either side with another kind of building thing between them. But you look down and you see the wall, and it actually seems like more of a thinnish wall, but has a definite pattern here, and an interesting look on the textures on the side though. I may have to do some more research and try to see if I can get something a little closer up to that, because I can't even tell if that's almost like if it's a tree design or something going through there, or what that actual design is. The next one, and this is one of the ones I was used for basing the design side. We showed this the last time as well, but you can see it's got that same style wall, and up on the top left it looks like there's kind of like a walkway going around the outside, the inside of the wall as well. So that's something I'm going to be adding in. We'll go to the next one here, and this is like a drawing. And my guess is this was probably done by like the Spanish when they were actually there. You know, and this would probably be one of the closest representations to what it looked like. And again, you can see that wall right there at the bottom has that exact same detail, same style. And actually I have one or two more pictures, I'm not sure. Okay, this one, same building style again, so you can see it's got the same platform. Everything so far is looking the same, and once again you can see that it's got that same type of wall. You can see for the entrances though that there's something a little cool here on the top and the bottom there. Columns, like that's like the actual entrance into the city, and there's actually another one on the far left that you can't see here. But again, if you look at towards the top right, you can again see that there seems to be a second layer built in above on the wall, kind of like a walkway to get around. So if it's for defense or something, but I definitely want to put that in. And then yes, we do have one more. And this one again looks like another hand drawing, but this actually shows the island where it was built and how they did it, the roads going through. And once again, it has that exact same looking wall. It almost looks like there's something on the outside, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to do it on the inside. But it has, you can see the entrances and whatnot. So let's see what we can do with that. From the looks of it, going back to all of them, I'm going to say like the very top of this, we're going to lean towards a 5 high wall, I'm thinking. So let's go back into the game here. Let's see. And I just, right in the middle of nowhere, we're just going to throw up the blocks and see what we can't do to kind of get that feel. Wow, I got all kinds of Endermen here. I'm trying to decide if I should just go to like a creative, but I'm thinking, you know what? I haven't really done that a lot, and I do that a lot for like when I'm designing some kind of complex technical build, but for something like this I don't think I need to. Alright, so let's see. We'll start off with a 2 high wall, and I'm thinking it'll be 3 high, and then the very top part with the angled, I don't know what you would call them, that'll be levels 4 and 5. That's my guess. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we can come up with here. And I'm probably going to end up using the micro blocks, maybe. The other thing I'm considering is if I go with the 2, if I did like a half slab. So let's see, let's grab some of these. It's a cool part about the micro blocks is you can actually recombine them again to get the initial blocks you had. Alright, so there's a stack of slabs. Alright, so if we were to let's see, how would we want to do this? Put you up there. And go ahead and throw a couple more blocks over here so we can kind of get the full feel of this. Alright. Now, looking at those, it's almost a reverse. So at the top, this is going to be a one up there, so it's going to be 3 between. So, alright, looks like we'll go every other block. Or every 4th block, is that what I'm thinking? Yeah, alright. And then we'll take, there was a possibility of something to do with stairs as well, but like I said, we'll try this first to kind of see how this looks. Let's see, actually I should just put all these at too high and then just slant in the extra micro blocks. Alright, so we'll go you here. I have to jump up there and put that one in. This would be the easiest way to do it, I think, as far as not having a ton of different blocks, and it's really easy to just cut a block in half. But is it going to be the best looking? And that's the key thing. I want to make sure that this actually, you know, with all the work I'm putting into the rest of the city, it would, you know, I don't want the wall to kind of look cheap. So let's see, is that all of it? Nope. Still got this one right here. Oops, and then I fall. And then we'll step back and take a peek at it. That's almost too blocky. It's not angled enough. Alright, let me play around with a couple more design ideas here, and then I will come back when I settle on something a little better here. Well, I think this is probably about as good as I'm going to get it to look. I've been trying all kinds of different patterns, steps, stairs, multiple layers. One of the things I did was I raised the height of it to give it a better feel for it. So it's now 5 blocks and then plus the 2, so 7 blocks total for the entrance, which I guess that'll have to do. And then on the back side here was where the walkway is, but now that I've gone higher, I suppose I could go a little higher, or what I may just do is put an extra lip in here. So, you know, if the purpose of this was for, say, defending during a some type of siege or something, you know, you could hop up here and have a line of sight on any of the approaching invaders, and then come back down here and be safe from it. So, that might work. Actually, you know what? Again, I'm trying to think of ways of, you know, kind of making it stand out a little bit more. But maybe if I put, like, smooth stone across the top, break up the wall, so it's not just one giant wall of sandstone. And again, some of the other things. Let me play with this real fast. I'll be right back. I think this looks better. Again, I don't know how much there really is that I can do with this wall. One of the items that they have on them, and they all had like logs sticking out of them, or not logs, but smaller, like spears or something like that, you know, to make it harder to scale the wall. I'm not sure how I would do that. I don't really have anything that would stick out like that. So for now, this will work. I also played around a little bit on this backside as well. So you got like little column-ish with the entrances into the under here, and you know, you can keep like some chests and things like where you would keep your, you know, armor or weapons, and it adds to the outside, so it actually kind of gives the feeling that we are actually a walled city now. So I think this is what we're gonna go with, and I wonder why I didn't just do this over there from the start, because now I have to actually go over there and tear all this down and rebuild it. But I'll probably leave this up here as kind of like a, you know, how to do it in case I forget. And then, you know, periodically around in here too, I'm going to need some way of getting up there. I mean, I guess I could always put ladders, like have sections, you know, with ladders or something. if I want to have like a stairways going up in different areas too. We'll see. We'll come up with something. But so let me now I know I mentioned that I was going to try and pretty much go through and build up the wall here, but I think that was because I was trying to figure out exactly how wide the wall was going to be. But now that I know that this here will actually be the outside of the wall, so this is all going to be grassed in area, and I'll come back to that at a later time. That's something I won't do off camera. I'll probably just pop in one of these episodes and be like, yep, we got grass now, because I'm going to need to get out the mine laser and kind of soften this up a little bit so it's not a straight wall, so it kind of goes in deeper in some areas and comes out and it just looks a little better. And then as I block out where all the rest of my buildings are going to go, then I'll know how far this way I'm going, because again, I don't think I went far enough yet, so I do probably need to keep expanding this way, but we'll know exactly how far once I'm actually able to put in some of our buildings. So, I'm trying to think, like, to block in the buildings. I've got my little Excel spreadsheet I made, and I can kind of basically, you know, block it out. But I've actually found a few more pictures, and as I'm looking more and more into them and seeing the detail and how close it is, I'm thinking I may want to do a little more time on that. So you know what? Actually, what I think I'm going to do, we're going to make this the wall episode. We're gonna complete the wall going all the way around, and this may be a shorter episode. I don't do a lot of those. I don't know. I'll have to look and see how long I've been talking, but yeah, we'll do the wall here, and we'll call this an episode. And then the next one, after I have some time to kind of look into it, we'll start setting up where the buildings are going to go, and maybe we'll build the housing for our beacons over here, so we can at least get that going. So, all right, let me go play some with walls, and I'll be back in a few. I made it all the way around the initial one thick wall, and something interesting I discovered, because I was going through and I was just doing the base of the sandstone before I put in the half slabs, and that just looks better. We can go over here and I'll show you what it looks like with the final part of that put in. I just think that looks better. I don't like this. Compared to that looks like a wall. It looks like a defensible wall, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to keep it at just that one height, because it looks good, and that's one of those things. Like again, I'm trying to keep as historically, you know, accurate as I can, but I don't think that's differing too much from it, and it looks better. It looks like a good wall. So next thing I got to do, and I'll show you what it looks like from the here. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Skeleton zombies, you're not getting over. Spiders, I guess I could. But now I got to put my inner defensive positions. Now I got to put my platform and do a bit of microblock making to make our little arches that we're going to have there. And that's going to probably be the most time-consuming part of this, but that's okay. And then the half slabs. So we're getting close. That does it for the wall. And the city is actually starting to come together. I mean, as far as realizing that this is a city. You know, got the nice defensible walls. I'm going to be going in at different places, and I'll do that between now and the next episode. But, you know, maybe every, 20, 30 blocks or so, put a hatch up with a ladder going up to give access to the wall and going around. Something else we'll be working on in our next episode, because I think our next one we'll start working on some of the stuff here, but I do want to finish up the wall first. We'll got to finish this project up, which means, well, at least this part of it. I can't do that yet, but here and over there are going to be two entrances. Two entrances. So I need to figure out what they are going to look like, how big they're going to be, rip out this section of the wall, and then put them in here and there. And I think it's going to be about 20 blocks, and I think we're going to be starting it pretty much, it doesn't matter what I'm using, from about here. So I'm just kind of curious now how big this is. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Maybe we'll go bigger? That seems awfully small. You know, maybe what I'll do is we'll go ahead and kind of set up where the buildings are going to be, because I know how it fits in. It's basically between the elevated platform here, and then there's a building like right over here, and it kind of cuts between those two. So it's like the main walkway. You can pretty much walk straight through all the way to the other side. It's a straight shot through here, and then of course, and there's the one down there at the end. But we'll figure that out, like I said, between now and our next episode. So for this one, though, I think we're pretty good. Let's let me fly over to the other side. Like I said, you know, this looks pretty good. Got the elevated platform. Whoa. So I can kind of see what's there. It might not hurt to have like a... Maybe I'll take like another quarter panel or panel strip and stick it there so you can kind of walk up that one little higher thing so you can see, you know, over it better. Or not. Again, this is only... It's only decorative. It's not for real, so it's... It doesn't have to be completely useful, like just knowing that that's what the purpose of it is. But from the outside, again, this wall looks pretty impressive. It'll be cool to have the big giant entrance here, and then we can eventually grass this up. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.